Good morning, this is a Shaman Oracle reading for Tuesday, and today I'm reading for Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. And this reading here now is for Virgo. Welcome, Virgo. The reading starts with the Shaman's Dream Oracle card called Root Girl. And the card relates to the disowned self, the hidden beauty, and the need for acceptance and love. The root girl on the card sits shivering, unclean, and naked at the base of the tree of the self. She is unloved, unwanted, and shunned for her deformities. She has no home, but she is safe underground to dwell near the deepest roots of this sacred tree. Who is she to you? Could this urchin be the one part of you that, reintegrated, can lead you to wholeness and true purpose? This is a part of you and the embodiment of a deeply flawed perception of your failures, manifesting as guilt and shame. When you project envy unto others, or any emotion or instinct that you have learned to repress or deem unnatural, it's this homeless child's self crying for attention, acceptance, and love. You want to lash out, ignore it, push it aside, all the while refusing to acknowledge that this ugly quality is belonging to you as well. But if you could only look into the root girl's eyes and see the beauty and the unmet needs, your unmet needs, you would realize that this part of you is asking for your compassion and understanding. This part of you was born when you were wounded and were conditioned to believe that you are not whole, that your expression of self is somehow too much or too little. You may have even inherited this creature from your ancestors. However, it was this child's self that came to be curled up at the roots of your sacred tree. So it's time to welcome her into your heart. When you do, everything you have ever been searching for becomes illuminated, and your path lights up with renewed purpose. When you come to love Root Girl and claim her as your own, accepting her and your own humanity, she is transformed, just as you will be. Then all manner of magic begins to arrive in abundant form. So look for her beauty. The Starseed Oracle card that came out for you is the 7 Star Sisters. And the 7 Star Sisters relate to birthing creations, to tapestry of life, and expression. There are new creations that want to be born. Beauty that's yearning to be woven. New consciousness that's longing to be breathed into life. If you draw this card, you are being called to surrender to these creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness and do your bit in weaving the web of life. This is the card of the artist and also of the midwife. You are being called to ponder questions like, what wants to be birthed through me? What new creation is whispering in my ear? What beauty am I called to make? Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. Earth is renowned as a planet of manifestation and creativity, and yet so many of us have forgotten how to create. Somewhere along the way, we stopped seeing ourselves as artists, as creatives, and as poets. Yet to be human is to be creative. Creativity is part of us and our true nature. Perhaps you are being called to surrender to a creative project, such as a new business or a book, and or perhaps you are being called to weave beauty in your home or in the way you cook. Regardless of the end result, you are being called to express yourself through your creativity, to surrender to the creative projects that both scare and excite you, to find a way to weave the beauty back into everyday life. For where there is creativity, spirit and soul are present, and the world needs those qualities more now than ever before. So ask yourself, what new creations have I that I can call in to birth? The card beyond Lemuria is called Mount Shasta. And Mount Shasta lies in California and is also called White Mountain. It is also a potentially active volcano. Here in this card deck of Lemuria, we learn that the survivors from a sunken continent called Lemuria were living on Mount Shasta. The legend speaks of the Lemurians who lived in a complex of tunnels beneath the mountain and occasionally were seen walking the surface, being dressed in white robes. Lemuria was eventually destroyed, according to its legend, and the people traveled to other parts of the globe, and so they came to Mount Shasta. There are tales of unusual phenomena and multi-dimensional beings living inside the mountain. This card is about origins, and the image is the seed crystal this deck is based around. Honor and look more deeply into your ancestry, both your bloodline and your etheric lineage. Do you have an affinity with any star beings? Connecting with them might allow you greater insight into your traits, your strengths, and challenges. The sacred places you feel attracted to may have an intuitive message for you. Now, last card or cards are from the wisdom of the House of Knights, and there are two cards for you because the first card asked me to draw another card, so I did. We start with the first card called Vision. And the goddess Nyx says to you, when you choose this symbol, it means that no matter what you lose in your life, something better will replace it. One day in my house of night, there will be a young, beautiful vampire who will lose her mark, but gain great vision into the future. Even if the loss feels devastating at the moment, you still have so much to gain. If your question is about the future, choose another card. The magical vision that you will receive here gives you the temporary power to see the future as a vast place full of possibility and potential. Your next card will provide insight into the conditions ahead of you. To know the future is to be prepared. So I did choose a second card for you, and the second card that came out is called Strength. And the goddess Nyx says sometimes life will present you with challenges that you think are too difficult to endure. Does it seem as if nothing goes your way and that everyone else appears to be having a good time? Be strong, my dear. Drawing this symbol means that no matter what is happening in your life, you have the strength to endure all experiences. Like an ancient oak tree whose trunk cannot be uprooted by the mightiest storm, you will know a strength that comes from within. You will win this game of life. You have the strength to face any situation now. So, that was your reading, Virgo. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for listening. Take care and goodbye.